Every pill you have ever swallowed passed through one of the most tightly controlled manufacturing environments on Earth. Today,
The process of making a single tablet or capsule involves dozens of critical steps, hundreds of quality checks.
Before a single gram of material is allowed into production, it must first pass through one of the most critical gates in the entire process, the raw material testing laboratory.
Once every test is passed and documented, the material receives a formal release status in the
Dip and dispen. The weighing and dispensing room is one of the most controlled spaces in the entire facility. Every ingredient in a
tablet is not pure medicine. It contains an active pharmaceutical ingredient, the drug itself, combined with a
The formula for a tablet is called a bill of materials. Each excipient is chosen for a specific function. A binder.
The next major step is granulation, and it is one of the most important processes in tablet manufacturing. Granulation.
There are three primary methods used in pharmaceutical manufacturing. Wet granulation, the most common, uses a liquid.
After wet granulation, the damp granules must be dried to a precise moisture level before compression. Excess moisture.
Granulation is where most of the critical tablet properties are determined. Particle size distribution, flow characteristics.
Before tablet compression, the dried granules are transferred to a blending step, the final lubricant.
Blending time is tightly controlled because overblending is a real and serious risk. Excessive blending causes the lubricant.
Blend uniformity testing is performed on samples taken from multiple locations within the blender.
Blend uniformity is non-negotiable. If the blend is not uniform, your tablets will not be uniform. You might get a tablet with.
The blended granules flow from a hopper into the compression machine, where they are forced between an upper and lower punch.
A modern rotary tablet press can produce anywhere from 100,000 to over 1,000 tablets per hour.
Every tablet produced passes through a deduster to remove surface dust, and then through a metal detector to catch any potential.
We monitor hardness, thickness, and weight on every press simultaneously. The machine itself samples tablets automatically.
Hardness testing ensures the tablet can withstand the physical stress of handling, packaging, and transport without breaking.
5 core physical tests are performed at this stage: hardness, thickness, weight variation, friability.
The friability test is particularly important for uncoated tablets. A batch fails if the tablets lose more than.
In-process testing is our feedback loop during production. We are monitoring continuously so we can catch and correct deviations.
Many tablets receive a coating after compression. Coating serves multiple purposes. It can mask a bitter taste.
The most common coating today is film coating, a thin layer of polymer applied by spraying a solution onto tumbling tablets.
Coating weight gain, the increase in tablet weight after coating, is measured and controlled carefully.
Coating sounds simple, you spray liquid onto tablets. But in reality, you are managing inlet air temperature, exhaust temperature, spray.
While the tablet line handles compressed solid doses, another section of the facility is dedicated to capsule manufacturing.
There are 2 primary capsule types. Hard capsules, typically 2-piece shells, are filled with powders.
Hard capsule shells can be made from gelatin, derived from animal collagen, or from hydroxypropylmethyl.
The capsule shell itself has to meet tight dimensional tolerances. If the cap and body do not fit together with the correct locking force,
The capsule filling machine separates each empty shell into its 2 components using vacuum suction.
There are 2 principal filling mechanisms. The dosator method uses a hollow tube that picks up a compressed powder plug directly from a.
Anticipation case. The online 100% weight check is one of the most powerful quality tools we have on the capsule line. Every single capsule is weighed in real time.
Certain capsule products require banding, a thin strip of gelatin applied around the seam where the cap meets the body.
Capsule printing applies identifying information, dosage strength, and lot numbers directly onto the shell using pharmaceutical.
But every marking on a capsule is regulated. The font size, the ink type, the placement, it all has to match the approved product.
A fully finished capsule carries a great deal of information in a very small space. The combination of printing and different.
Before any batch is released to market, it undergoes a comprehensive final quality control review. One of the
final release testing is extensive. In addition to dissolution, the batch must pass assay testing to confirm.
The batch record is the biography of that batch. Every step that was taken, every measurement that was made, every deviation that occurred.
Assay testing using HPLC confirms the actual active ingredient content of the batch as a percentage of the label claim.
Once a batch has passed all quality control testing and received formal batch release, it enters the packaging operation.
The integrity of the blister seal directly affects product shelf life. A compromised seal allows
Automated vision inspection systems photograph every blister pack at high speed. The system checks each cavity. Secondary packaging encloses the primary package, the blister or bottle, inside a carton, along with a printed patient information. Modern pharmaceutical packaging includes serialization, the application of a unique identification code to each.
Serialization transformed pharmaceutical packaging. Every single carton has a unique identity now.
From the moment a raw material enters the facility to the moment a sealed carton leaves the warehouse, the entire journey of
Pharmaceutical stability testing does not end when the product is packaged and shipped. Samples from every
stability data generated over the shelf life of the product is used to confirm the expiry date printed on every pack.
The expiry date on medicine is not a guess. It is backed by years of real data generated under controlled conditions.
Visual examination of stability samples is the first indicator of potential degradation. Color changes, surface.
Every pharmaceutical manufacturing facility operating in a regulated market is subject to inspection by regulatory authorities.
GMP compliance is not a single requirement. It is an interconnected system of controls.
A pharmaceutical factory is only as good as its documentation. Regulators often say, if it was not written down, it did not happen.
Environmental monitoring is a continuous GMP requirement. Viable particle counts, measuring airborne
The released product enters the finished goods warehouse under controlled storage conditions appropriate to the product's stability requirements.
The chain of custody for a pharmaceutical product does not end when it leaves our warehouse. We require proof of temperature compliance from every logistics partner.
India and China are now the world's largest producers of active pharmaceutical ingredients, supplying raw materials.
The future of pharmaceutical manufacturing is continuous manufacturing, moving away from large batch processes toward continuous integrated.
People take a tablet and they think nothing of it. They have no idea what went into making it. Years of formulation development, hundreds of process runs during scale-up.
Every batch of raw material arriving at a pharmaceutical facility, whether it is the active pharmaceutical ingredient or an excipient.
The Quality Control Laboratory runs a battery of tests, including identity verification, purity analysis.
If even one raw material batch fails a single specification, it does not move forward, period. That material is...
Most people think a pill is just powder pressed into a shape. But what actually goes into that tablet, the excipients.
Good distribution practice regulations govern the entire movement of pharmaceutical products after they leave the manufacturing site. The global pharmaceutical manufacturing industry produces hundreds of billions of solid oral dosage forms every year. Represents a fundamental shift in pharmaceutical production philosophy. Instead of making, testing, and releasing a batch over days or weeks, The manufacturing of a single tablet or capsule involves hundreds of individual process steps.
Every step you have seen in this video is required. None of it is optional. Every test, every record is...
The next time you take a tablet or capsule, you will know exactly what it took to put it in your hand.